The bears here needs to get in the box, and it has a trough where we can put treats. So when they get weighed, it's a fun thing. They get rewarded for standing there, and hopefully they put all 4 paws on the scale. And once they get all 4 paws on the scale, we're able to weigh them. It's not totally accurate. We could be off a pound or 2. But it is, when you're 545 pounds, if you're off 1, maybe 2 pounds, that's pretty good. Most of them are pretty good about that. Once they see some treats, they'll stand there for a minute or 2, or maybe even sit down and eat their treats. Honey was weighed this morning at breakfast time, and she weighed exactly what she weighed last week. We do not have a weight on Ted and Lucky yet. We'll weigh them later today. And you say, why do we bother to weigh the bears? Well, in the wild, of course, they do what they do in the wild, eat berries and wild foods. But here at the North American Bear Center, it's a different situation. We are their food source. We're their main food source. And it's up to us to manage their diet during the season of May, June, July, and all the way till October, November. And we have to manage not only the quantity of food, caloric content, volume, the type of food they get, and the frequency of the food they get. Right now they're getting fed about 4 to 5 times a day, not necessarily large volumes, but frequently. The caloric content will increase the month of August during what we call hyperphagia. And hyperphagia is a time of the year when bears just like to eat, gain some weight before hibernation. While I've been talking, one of our staff members was saying nice things to Honey Bear. And for those of you worldwide, if the camera is looking at the window den, you're going to see our 18-year-old female Honey coming out of the window den. Well, she's thinking about coming out of the window den, I should say. That's her favorite place lately. We call it the window den. For those of you that have never been to the North American Bear Center, it is right by the last window on the main floor. And the window den is a location where she hibernated last winter, this last winter that was very, very cold and a lot of snow. She hibernated there on December 1st and came out the first time. She came out the first time about March 10th when the snow was, well, probably up to my waist. Actually, at that time, the snow was higher than this E-fence. And she tried to take a walk, and she got about 10 feet. She was actually plowing through the snow. Her first adventure after that was really, her goal was to get to this rock den. And the rock den is man-made. It is right near the scale. And we have some really neat pictures of her plowing through about 3.5 feet of snow to get to the rock den. I don't know what was so intriguing about the rock den. I'm not really sure. But for about a week, she would make the trek sometime midday from the window den to the rock den and spend the afternoon in the rock den. And then sometime in the evening, she would return to sleep in the window den for the evening. She's an 18-year-old female and has always been in captivity, and she has never had cubs. People say she's a brown bear. Well, she is brown in color, but we really call her a cinnamon phase black bear. Not all black bears are black, and it is estimated, at least an estimate in the state of Minnesota, that about 95% of the bears in the state of Minnesota are black. Ted Bear, for those of you that are again watching worldwide, Ted Bear is at the opposite end of the pond. As I'm looking out at the pond, he is just to the left of the larger falls. And what is he doing? He's using his nose and smelling out where our two staff members have put food. This type of behavior of both Ted and Honey is exactly what they would have to do in the wild. Forage for their food. We have here 2.5 acres of natural environment for them that they can forage and walk around in and take a nap, go back in the balsams and take a nap, which is what Honey did the other day and didn't want to come out. I think it was Saturday at 85 degrees and humid. They also have a pond here with some waterfalls. It just gives you an opportunity to see them swim. They use the pond for cooling off in the summertime. Honey has been out long enough here now in the sun that her coat could be easily 120 degrees if I touched it. Her coat can increase significantly in temperature when she's out in the full sun. Our goal here at the North American Bear Center is to dispel myths and misperceptions about black bears. We have 60-some videos here at the North American Bear Center in the exhibit hall, and we now have 2 BBC documentaries documenting the life's work of Dr. Lynn Rogers. One was created in 2010 called The Bear Walker, which is probably the best hour you could spend here at the Bear Center, or you can buy it in our gift shop or online. It's a great 1-hour documentary of his work. And it's actually BBC people filming them, Dr. Rogers and his associates, in the field filming bears. We have just recently acquired the 2012 documentary entitled 3 Little Bears. It is the story of research bear Juliet and her 3 cubs, Sam, Sybil, and Sophie. It's an excellent documentary and the most recent one done here in the Ely area. Dr. Rogers and the BBC have done a number of documentaries here, and there's a very beautiful scenery here in the Ely area, as well as learning a lot about black bears. I'd like to thank everybody for coming to the North American Bear Center today. We know you have choices here in the Ely area for entertainment as well as education and learning about wildlife. We're happy that you picked us to be here today. We are open today 9 to 7, as well as every day this summer from 9 to 7. Your admission fee is a day pass. That means you can come and go as many times as you'd like between 9 and 7 and visit us morning, noon, and even evening. The next enrichment opportunity that we will have for the bears is at 1 o'clock. That will not be a worldwide broadcast, but I will broadcast here to the North American Bear Center people. The next worldwide broadcast will be at 4 p.m. Ely time. And we will more than likely have Honey and Lucky out for ambassador bears at that time. I would encourage you all to tune in. And some of you may or may not know how to do that. You can visit www.bear.org. On the home page, there is a tab called View Cameras, a drop-down box, and you see Holly Cam, Ted Cam, PTZ Cam, and the North American Bear Center Cam. Make those selections, any one of which you want, and you can see what's happening here at the North American Bear Center any day you would like. Again, thank you very much for visiting us both here at the North American Bear Center and wherever you may be worldwide, learning about black bears, their habitat, and how they interact and coexist with humans. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day.